Drake is gonna go down as one of the biggest sore losers ever in hip-hop. He might genuinely be the biggest sore loser ever. As we all know, Drake and Kendrick Lamar have been awed in the biggest hip-hop feud of the 21st century. And Kendrick has come out as the clear winner, Not Like Us being a song that helped define the year of music in 2024. Obviously, diss tracks are a fundamental part of hip-hop. They are ingrained into hip-hop culture and everything, and a diss track is treated as fair game. So Drake suing his own record label over the success of Not Like Us is insane, and I think safe to say a Ken move. I genuinely do not understand why Drake thought this was a good move in any fashion. And this might be a bit of a hot take, but I really don't think so. I think him suing can arguably do more damage than the beef track itself. Rarely, if ever, is legal action taken in music. Beefs, especially hip-hop music, beefs, it sounds like a totally foreign and mixed match concept even saying it. The Billboard headline reads, Drake accuses Yums and Spotify scheme to artificially inflate Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us, in a legal petition. The Stars Company accuses UMG of serious wrongdoing, a stunning twist months after his high-profile feud with Kendrick. I'm going to read the Billboard article because they have an amazing and easy-to-understand summary of this situation. Drake has initiated legal action against Universal Music Group and Spotify over allegations that the two companies conspired to artificially inflate the popularity of Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us in a filing Monday in Manhattan court. Drake's Frozen Moments LLC accuses UMG of launching an illegal scheme involving bots pool A and other methods to pump up Lamar's song A track that savagely attacked Drake in an ongoing feud between the two stars. GMG did not rely on chance or even ordinary business practices attorneys for Drake's road. It instead launched a campaign to manipulate and saturate the streaming services and airwaves. Drake's attorneys accused GMG of violating the Racketeer, Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, the federal RICO statute, often used in criminal cases against organized crime. They also allege deceptive business practices and false advertising under New York state law. The court filings area, remarkable twist in the high-profile beef between the two stars, which saw Drake and Lamar exchange stinging diss tracks over a period of months earlier this year. That such a dispute would spill into business litigation seemed almost unthinkable in the world of hip-hop. It also represents a stunning rift between Drake and UMG, where the star has spent his entire career first through signing a deal with Lil Wayne's Young Money imprint, which was distributed by Republic Records, then by signing directly to Republic Lamar has also spent his entire career associated with UMG in technical terms. MMS Monday's filing is not yet a full lawsuit, but a so-called pre-action petition, a procedure under New York law that aims to secure information before filing a lawsuit. Parties named in such petitions will not necessarily be targeted in the eventual lawsuit, and the allegations on Monday's filing seem more squarely aimed at UMG than Spotify. In a statement to Billboard, a RMG spokesperson sharply denied Drake's allegations. The suggestion that Yumi would do anything to undermine any of his artists is offensive and untrue. We employ the highest ethical practices in our marketing and promotional campaigns. No amount of contrived and absurd legal arguments in this pre-action submission can mask the fact that fans choose a music they want to hear. Spotify declined to comment on the allegations. Drake's attorney claims that UMG carried out its scheme in a variety of ways, including by charging Spotify vastly reduced licensing rates in exchange for the streamer recommending the song to users who had searched for unrelated songs and artists. They also claimed YG paid influencers to boost the song on social media and also hired armies of bots to fraudulently spike numbers. Yumi conspired. And so with and paid currently unknown parties to use bots to artificially inflate the spread of Not Like Us and deceive consumers into believing the song was more popular than it was in reality. Drake's lawyers write, and one particular eye-cucking CL claim, the petition claims that UMG paid Apple to have its voice assistant feature, Siri, purposely misdirect users to Kendrick's song online sources, reported that. When users asked Siri to play the album, certified lover boy Siri instead played Not Like Us, which contains the lyric, certified pedophile, an allegation against Drake the rapper. Lawyers write Apple's not named as a respondent in the petition, nor accused of any legal wrongdoing. Why would UMG choose to aggressively boost Lamar's song? Drake's lawyers say it was partially because of the internal corporate dynamics at UMG and Interscope, where financial incentives for executives are largely based on the specific UMG division rather than the performance of UMG more generally. UMG schemes were motivated at least in part by the desire for executives at UMG and Interscope to maximize their own profits. Drake attorney, Wright, executives at UMG Interscope have been incentivized to maximize the financial success of UMG Scope through the promotion of Not Like Us and its revitalizing impact on the artist's prior recording catalog. Drake's attorneys say he raised the issue with UMG before heading to court, but that the music giant has no interest in taking responsibility for its misconduct. To the contrary, he claims, YG has actively tried to conceal its wrongdoing, including by firing staffers perceived as having loyalty to Drake. Drake has repeatedly sought to engage UMG in discussion to resolve the ongoing harm he has suffered as a result of Yumi's actions. The petition reads, Yumi refused to engage in negotiations and insisted that UMG is not responsible for its own actions. Instead, Drake says UMG has pointed the finger at Lamar and insisted that Drake should sue his rival rather than the label. He also claims that Yumi told him the label would sue Lamar if Drake ended up filing his own lawsuit. It's so funny that his label is essentially saying, dude, you lost. If you have a problem, take it up with him, not us. We can't forget to mention that this lawsuit comes after Drake claimed that cease and desist is for hoes on Family Matters after being accused of sending a cease and desist to try to stop the release of Like That with Future. And Kendrick A record that takes straight aim at Drake. It is just not a good look for Drake. And it's also funny to me that he's at the forefront of a lawsuit of this nature, because for the past decade, nearly every Drake song, every mediocre Drake song has been shoved down our throats. It didn't matter if he farted on the beat, it was getting major playlisted. And airplay. And does anyone remember the Spotify takeover with Scorpion that had a ton of controversy? Drake was literally plastered on every section of that website in so many playlists that his music arguably didn't even fit in. I just find it funny that someone who has had such a massive machine and push behind him and egregious amounts of promotion